After the latest patch in the Callisto protocol, we have now a slider where I can adjust the darkness level in HDR. And of course, I was very excited to test this out, but after I finished my testing, I'm even more disappointed. And before now people asking why I'm not recording this video in HDR, let me say one thing. If I would record the very same video in HDR, you would need to wait another 24 hours to watch it actually, because that's how long YouTube sometimes take to finalize HDR videos. And now let's move on. Let's talk about the latest patch in the Callisto protocol, patch 1.12. And all what this patch is doing is adding a slider where I can adjust the darkness level in HDR. That's all what this patch is doing. And don't get me wrong, I'm appreciating it that the developer are, I wouldn't say admitting to the HDR black level race, but at least they heard our complaints and trying to give us a solution where we can fix it. But what they have done with this slider, something doesn't look right. Okay, so let's take a closer look on the new feature what we have in the Callisto protocol. And this right now, what you can see is recorded off my LG G2. So this is not directly captured. This is recorded with my camera. So please keep in mind that most likely my camera will change the picture a little bit. And of course, it depends what YouTube is doing with the video and also what screen are you using. So what I can see at the moment is actually elevated black levels. I'm using HDR, and these settings, and I can show you this, are set to the factory settings. And this is the new slider actually what we're talking about here. Move the slider to adjust black point correction. So this is what we have new, and I can immediately tell you it is actually not really working as it should be. Because in my opinion, the slider is acting way too aggressive or way too much when you just move the slider a little bit. I mean, what you can see here right now, this is the standard factory setting. And if I'm moving the slider just one bit to the left side, we have already crushed black levels. So let me just show you what is actually happening if I'm changing this to the lowest setting. Actually, you can't see anything at all. And don't get me wrong, of course, lowest settings in most of the cases not a good idea, but at least you would expect that this is a little bit more, how should I say, better adjustable. It's just way too aggressive. I would need a little bit more fine-tuning, because right now, even with one step back, and this is what you can see here right now, we don't have any black level rays anymore, but we have also no details in dark areas anymore. So this looks actually worse than before. And of course, I tested a new setting, and the only usable configuration actually what I found was when I increased the brightness setting like crazy, and with crazy I mean to the maximum, and then I decreased the black point correction by 1, and then I found, it is not too bad, but still we're talking about a lot of black level crush in, darker areas actually. So there is just a lot of information still missing, but at least we don't have elevated black levels anymore. So I still recommend actually my solution, what I provided in my HDR settings, HDR analyze video, and do not touch this new black point correction slider. So what is my summary now to patch 1.12 in the Callisto protocol? And I really don't want to sound too harsh, but my question to the developer is actually, who is testing a patch before it gets released? Because obviously right now the slider is not usable. And please don't get me wrong, I really do appreciate that the developer at least offering a solution to fix the HDR black level rays. I mean, it would be perfect that we have no black level rays at all in HDR, but I think maybe we passed this already and it's not fixable anymore. Not quite sure about that. Anyway, thank you very much for this. We just need a little bit more fine-tuning, and then I can do proper testing, because at this stage I'm not even sure if this can be a suitable workaround or solution, because I had no chance to test it actually. Distant Striking Studios, if you're looking for a tester for your upcoming patch, because I'm very sure you try to fix this slider in the next patch, hopefully, then I'm more than happy to help. Just reach out to me, no questions asked. At the moment, I would strongly recommend do not touch this slider at all. Leave it in the standard setting. And if you like to get rid of the elevated black level in this game when you play in HDR, then just follow my recommendation, actually what I have done or what I made in my HDR analyze HDR settings video, and you're good to go. That's it for this video, I would say. Unfortunately, I can't present a better solution or better outcome actually today. I would love to, but yeah, that's not up to me. Unfortunately, the solution what they provided is right now not usable.